Soji, the yam king of his community. For years, Soji has been the sole producer of yams in the region. No one else can compete since he owns the largest plantations, controls the best lands, and sets the rules of the game. Soji's monopoly means he decides how much yam will cost. If he wants, he can refuse to sell or stop planting for a season. With no alternatives, the community is left at his mercy. They have no choice but to accept his prices and decisions. Soji's story reflects a key economic reality: monopoly. When one entity dominates a market, it holds the power to control supply, prices, and access. But what exactly is a monopoly, and how does it work? A monopoly occurs when one company or individual dominates an industry or market. This dominance allows them to set prices without competition, control supply to create scarcity, and influence market trends entirely on their own terms. In Nigeria, monopolies have existed for decades, shaping industries from telecommunications to power, cement, and fuel distribution. But what laws govern monopolies in Nigeria? In Nigeria, monopolies are regulated under the Federal Competition and Consumer Protection Act (FCCPA) 2019. This law aims to promote fair competition and protect consumers from abusive practices. It empowers the Federal Competition and Consumer Protection Commission (FCCPC) to investigate and penalize companies exploiting their dominant positions. The law prohibits companies from using their dominance to fix prices, limit supply, or create barriers for others to enter the market. In the 90s, monopolies in Nigeria were state-controlled, dominating key sectors like telecommunications and electricity, one of which is the Nigeria Telecommunications Limited (NITEL). NITEL, established in 1985, monopolized telecommunications in Nigeria. It was the sole producer of landline services for decades, with no competition. Nigerians faced poor service, high cost, and limited access. NITEL's monopoly lasted until the early 2000s, when the sector was liberalized. We also have the National Electric Power Authority (NEPA). NEPA, Nigeria's electricity provider, was another monopoly. From 1972 to 2005, it controlled all aspects of electricity supply. Like NITEL, NEPA struggled with inefficiency, poor infrastructure, and inadequate service. The lack of competition meant limited improvement, leaving Nigerians with frequent blackouts. By the 2000s, Nigeria shifted to privatization, leading to new private monopolies in industries like media, telecoms, and fuel production, one of which is MultiChoice. MultiChoice, owner of DSTV, dominates Nigeria's pay TV market. With limited competitors, it has maintained high subscription fees and a near monopoly on premium content. Customers often criticize the lack of affordable alternatives. It was also reported that the company has failed to comply with a provision of the National Broadcasting Commission (NBC) Act, requiring broadcasters to remit 2.5% of their gross annual income to the NBC. Here are some alleged monopolistic practices. First, Dangote Refinery. The Dangote Refinery, which plans to process most of Nigeria's crude oil, has also faced criticism for potential monopolistic control over fuel supplies. The Petroleum Products Retail Outlet Owners Association of Nigeria (Petron) accused Dangote Refinery of attempting to maintain a monopoly in the country's downstream petroleum sector. The association made this known in reaction to a claim by the refinery that anyone importing petrol at lower prices likely bring in substandard products, posing health and environmental risks. 2. MTN Nigeria. MTN has been accused of using its dominance in telecommunications to stifle smaller players. Despite improving access, its pricing policies have raised concerns among regulators. National Association of Telecommunications subscribers also opposed the move by MTN Group to acquire the spectrum of struggling fourth GSM operator 9Mobile, describing it as a potentially dangerous descent of the nation's telecom sector into a total monopoly. What are the impacts of monopolies on Nigeria's economy? Monopolies in Nigeria have both positive and negative impacts. For the positive impacts, we have investment in infrastructure, job creation, and access to essential services like telecoms and media. While the negatives include high prices, limited choices for consumers, and slow innovation due to lack of competition. From Nitel's inefficiencies to the high cost of DSTV and fuel, monopolies have often placed financial strain on Nigerians while concentrating wealth in the hands of a few. So how can we address monopolies in Nigeria and suggest yam monopoly? 1. Strengthening regulation. The FCCPC must actively enforce laws to prevent price fixing, supply manipulation, and barriers to entry. 2. Promoting competition. Encouraging small businesses and alternative providers can reduce reliance on dominant players. 3. Community action. Such as community could organize cooperative farming, allowing multiple producers to enter the yam market. This would ensure fair prices and reduce dependence on the supplier. 4. Government incentives. Providing subsidies and support for small business can help them compete against monopolistic giants. Monopolies have shaped Nigeria's economy for over a century. While they bring investment and services, unchecked monopolies harm consumers and stifle competition. By enforcing laws, fostering innovation, and empowering communities, we can create a balanced economy where everyone strives. What are your thoughts? Thank you for watching. This is the Liberally Center. Let's shape a better future together.